If a vehicle pulls into your shop and it's got no charging operation, the battery's going dead, you put a voltmeter on the battery and it's showing 11 volts and the engine's running. What could be going on? Well, it's probably an alternator, correct? It's a charging system issue. However, what about this car over my shoulder here? It's 2013 Ford Fusion hybrid. Look all over. I don't even find a belt, much less an alternator. Here's what's going on. We have a DC to DC converter. So some of you may have had hybrid training in your past, and maybe you haven't. But the DC to DC converter is one of two devices, major devices in what's called the power electronics family of components on any hybrid vehicle that change voltage. In this case, the DC to DC converter drops 200 or 300 volts, whatever the hybrid's high voltage big battery pack is putting out of DC, down to whatever an alternator would normally put out. So you might think of the DC to DC converter as an electronic solid state version of an alternator, no moving parts. So this alternator, what could be the problem, obviously, on many, if not most vehicles that are non-hybridized or electric or plug-in hybrid or whatever, even the usual things like field control, even the clutch on some of these newer alternators, the rectifier bridge, the regulator, the stator, the rotor, all the things that can go wrong in an alternator. We have different things that can go wrong in a DC to DC converter because they are essentially step-down transformers. Not to mention the devices that control the DC to DC converter, so the hybrid electronic control unit, ECUs, whatever it's called, on the particular make and model you're working on. So when you have no charging voltage on a hybrid vehicle, you look for the DTCs anywhere you can find DTC. So I recommend doing a whole vehicle DTC module sweep, looking for all codes and all modules, and then following whatever diagnostic procedures are written by that manufacturer to determine what went wrong.